on Saturday against Fulham, a team who are struggling just like us, I would definitely change it up a little bit. We'll come on to our teams now. We might as well come on to the teams.
Okay.
I will definitely play Carlos Alcaraz, Charlie Alcaraz, whatever you want to call him. Right, you can see, YouTube audience, those who are watching live, 2 pictures on the screen. The left is Tony's and the right is my team. I actually like your team, if I'm being totally honest, but again, it goes back to options, and this is what David Moyes could potentially do. But, you know, it's futile, this, because I just don't think he's going to do it.
I know.
So, you can see, it'll come up on the screen in a sec for us. You can see it there. So, I'll give everyone just a second to have a look and leave your comments on the live YouTube channel. Let us know what you think. Tony's is in a nice pink colour. Mine is in a nice yellow colour with a background. You've gone with a slightly different formation to what we actually play, whereas I've stuck with what the formation is now. What you thinking first of all before you start going into the team and changing the formation?
My thinking is Mykolenko has not been good this season. One thing you could say about him, for what he lacks going forward, that he made up for defensively, 1v1. Not many got changed out of him. But this season, he's been tore to shreds in so many games. So many games. Quite easily, Sunderland's got the best of him. And there's so many teams now that are coming to the Hill Dickinson Stadium and targeting that left-hand side. They won't target the right-hand side as much because O'Brien's got the physicality. So where he lacks in terms of going forward, he'll more than make up for, like, wingers won't get past him as much. Whereas in Mykolenko is having a torrid season. He really, really is. So I think he needs to be dropped out the side. I put James Garner in there because...
Just very quickly, sorry, I've just realised for our audio audience who can't see this.
Yeah.
Just name your formation.
So I've got Jordan Pickford in goal, obviously. Centre-back pairing of Michael Keane and James Tarkowski. I will keep Jake O'Brien at right-back, mainly because the data and the analysis guys will obviously tell you Everton have been very successful this season at defending set-pieces, the best in the Premier League. And because of that, you've got Tarkowski, Keane and Jake O'Brien in there at the heart of the defence, mopping up from set pieces. And I'll put James Garner in at left back. Main reason is that he can get forward, defending 1v1. He's very good. Not many get past him, and he can whip a good ball in. So I think he's got more attributes going forward and defensively than actually our left back at the moment in Vitaly Mykolenko. So that's my 4. I'd have just a guy right in front of that back 4, so you've got a lot of protection there. And then I'd put Kieran Dewsbury, who plays in a more of a number 8 role for me in the games I've seen him playing for Leicester and Chelsea, more of a ball player. And I'd have him in there with Maitland-Niles just to add that physicality to it. And then you've got Jack Grealish on the left, Iliman Ndiaye on the right, and then I'll put Thierry Barry in there, so you've got pace to run in behind. So, yeah, the ball mightn't be getting held up as much, but at least you've got bodies in to get it up and down the pitch a lot more.
So you've gone for a 4-3-2-1, effectively.
Yeah.
Interesting that you see the ball might not be getting held up as much, but that's been one of your biggest bugbears this season, that we haven't been able to hold the ball up.
Exactly, so try the other one. That's my argument, is that we would...
But be more direct.
No, I say to Thierry Barry, making runs behind if you can. If not, try and hold the ball up so you can get Maitland-Niles up to support you. That's been a big problem, that Everton can't hold the ball up because they've got ball carriers. They've got Dewsbury, they've got Jack Grealish, they've got Iliman Ndiaye. So they're getting the ball from defence to the final third, but that's where it breaks down. So then you're obviously hoping that the likes of Maitland-Niles and Kieran Dewsbury can make them dart and runs in midfield, because that's what we've seen last season. And you made a reference to Charlie Alcaraz. He could easily play in ahead of Kieran Dewsbury or Maitland-Niles in that side as well. You need to have midfielders making them runs in behind as well, not just the centre forward. But I would try that just mainly because it's something different. It adds physicality in a number 10 role, in Maitland-Niles as well. It puts Dewsbury in an 8 role where he's more comfortable in. And it also gives us something different up front, which we've seen from Besso in the 70 games so far.
Okay, I mean, I don't mind that team. I quite like it. I will disagree with you on James Garner as left back though. I know we're limited in our options and what we can play there. You are right. Vitaly Mykolenko hasn't played well this season. I don't think he's even been average. I think he's been poor.
Yeah.
However, he is in my team for the purpose of balance and keeping that left-footed player on the left-hand side. he's my left back for me. Obviously got Jordan Pickford in goal. Right back, it's without question that James Garner, of the players available that Moyes is willing to pick, is the best right back at the club. He's played there ample times for England in the under-21s. He's done it for Everton. I actually think he's a better right back than he is a central midfielder. If I'm being totally honest, I think he's going to have, or he could have, more of an impact on the game as an attacking full-back, and we know he's not afraid to throw himself into a tackle either. The two defensive pair, and again, there's not much we can do. I know there's going to be people shouting here to say put Jake O'Brien in there, and I completely agree with you with the height and defending set pieces, by the way, but I've got a caveat to that. Tarkowski hasn't played well this season. We can make excuses or we can come up with reasons for that. Is he fit? Is he missing his partner in Branthwaite? I think you can all add that all together and you get, a poor run of form for Tarkowski. Michael Keane obviously being one of the bright sparks there. I think it just goes back to what I say every single time. A defensive partnership is actually more important to individual talent of that centre back.
Yeah.
So that's why we've had this debate with Conor O'Neill in the past where he said it would be really harsh for Michael Keane to drop out if Jared Branthwaite was to come back in. I'd have no issue in throwing Branthwaite back in for Keane to get that partnership back with Tarkowski. Obviously, O'Brien's not in that team, and I could take it either or, really. I think you could argue that Tarkowski's form has not been good, so O'Brien deserves a chance to play there. I just think the way I've set up with that team, and in terms of the players there, I just wouldn't want too much upheaval. So that's why I'm keeping Tarkowski in there, and let's face it, he's the captain of the team.
Yeah.
He's just probably not going to drop him. Maitland Roll goes in there, and again, he's a player who would substitute for O'Brien's height, in defending set pieces. So you take O'Brien off the team, Maitland Roll comes in there, he's 6'3". He could easily defend, set pieces and corners if need be. Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, there's no secret that I don't believe he's the number 10. He would drop in for me. I agree that against a team like an Arsenal, a City, a Chelsea, those type of teams, that midfield might be a little bit too open. But against the Fulham, I think the best form of defence is attack. And, they're the two holding midfielders that I would do.
You've got no just a guy in there, have you?
No, I think he's been poor, though, to be honest. So
I think that, listen, I'm not going to go into team, it's like very subjective, but I think that midfield will get overrun. With them two in there like that, they was overrun. You haven't got one you can tackle.
But the point is, it's getting overrun now. It's because we're thinking more about...
Getting overrun with tacklers on the pitch?
It's getting overrun. We're thinking more what the opposition can do to us. We need to be thinking what we can do from an attacking point of view.
Yeah, I get that.
If we're in control of the ball, I think that would give us more control of the ball with that midfield, certainly with Alcaraz as the number 10. So for the purpose of the audience who are on... Spotify, audio, trying to get my words out. So I've gone with the same formation, 4-2-3-1. I've said the defence, they're my two holding midfielders, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall and Maitland Roll. Alcaraz as the 10, sticking with Grealish on the left and Intai on the right. And obviously I'm going to give the nod to Barry based on his performance on Monday. Although I do think if Beto was to come in, that side with Alcaraz behind him would benefit Beto as well.
Whoever starts up front for Everton makes you believe that the other player's better. That's the
because we're not playing to the striker's strengths, though, are we?